The mage's gaze has lost any pretense of helpfulness. It's a long way to wisdom, my friend, he sighs. Where would we end if I'd explain the profound, century-gathered wisdom of Exoagaram to every guest that likes to taste a bit of crafter's cheese here in the Lorehold today, wanders about Fashkar and has a glimpse at the Manthrian map with Sage Arthur Midor? Well, I don't know, but you could find out. Well, you could try to explain things a bit to me, nevertheless, can't you? I suggest, Geoffrey finally says, for a general overview on life and the universe, let's say a primer for a start. That might be useful to a seeker after knowledge such as yourself. It surely is an indispensable prerequisite in order to start with in-depth magical research. A primer? The primer I speak of can be found somewhere in a bookshelf in Lorehold. Those who seek knowledge will find it. That primer, by the way, is also readily available in most bookstores in Lorehaven, should you wish to acquire it for further study after you have perused it here. Please feel free to avail yourself of a carrel in the far corner where the light is better. What is a carrel? Then, perhaps bothered by his own unfriendliness, Geoffrey said, well, if you're through with the primer and know everything by heart, tell me the last word covered there. Maybe, if I have a spare minute between my researches, I can give you then at least a few pointers. As if to prove his point that this surely would happen, only under the most optimal of all possible circumstances, the mage continues to read in his book, obviously without major intention to further converse with you. I will just write this down. So we should read the book and tell him the last word. Okay. What task are you working on? My task right now, you mean? The great one? Geoffrey asks innocently. Well, what am I working on? Geoffrey grins and his smile becomes broader while he speaks. I am working on something that will change the world and human life as we know it. Mark my words. Of course, I can't reveal details, so you just have to trust me. As he speaks, a fly finds its way at Geoffrey's nose and decides to rest there for a while. The mage chases it away with a quick movement of his hand. Let's hope that truffles don't get in the way. He deserved it. Do you happen to know where I could find the Song of Armaros? Do I look like a librarian to you? They are paid to do such as you. I am not. But even the librarian didn't want to talk to us. I'll leave you to your studies then, you say, turning away. I'm sure you are needed somewhere else, very urgently, Geoffrey remarks, trying to get rid of you. Vexed at his obvious scorn, you decide to speak to someone else in the library who might be more forthcoming. Okay, let's leave the asshole alone and go back north and west. I would usually want to go south again, but yeah, we'll go south. Let's see. Lorehold Main Hall Magic Shelf. You are standing in the southeastern part of the main hall of the university. A carpet stretches from north to south. To the west there is a mighty shiny marble column, while to the east you can see a gigantically high bookshelf with a barely visible plaque on top of it. A ladder leans on the southern side of the shelf. I'll write it down, just a moment. Magic shelf. You can find a whole lot of very strange books here. Most of them seem to be very old. A lot of the tomes you see here don't have titles at all, only runes on the covers or the ornamented spines. As you open some books, you see that most of them are full of weird drawings, from the first page to the last, explained with tiny scribbles, and they obviously are written in Stirash, the elven tongue. In short, you have no idea what they are all about. The text is really barely readable from here, at the bookshelf, as the bookshelf has a tremendously intimidating size. You try hard to catch the meaning of the text, but fail miserably. No avail from here. You wonder who put that plaque on top of that shelf. Examine leather. It's just a regular type of leather any carpenter in Santharia might be able to construct. Nothing fancy aside from the fact that there are two blocks at the bottom, preventing it to move from its position once you step on it. The leather also make a used impression, as the rungs are quite worn away, at least on the southern wall near the bookshelf. It leans on the southern wall near the bookshelf. Carefully you step on the ladder, checking if it is secure, then climb up a few steps. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'll draw a new map then. Magic bookshelf ladder level 1. You have arrived at the first level of this huge bookshelf, approximately 1.5 beds above ground level. No reason to get dizzy here. Wow. That's I don't know, this makes me feel weird, like. So we used to be at the magic shelf. Downwards goes to the magic shelf. Main hall. And if you go up again, you climb up some more steps. Huh. That's so weird. Level 2. I'm not quite sure how this works yet. I'm just drawing it on my map. So downwards would be to the Level 1, obviously.